You're listening to 90.1 FM, KKFI, Kansas City Community Radio. It's a local showcase.
Yeah, we just heard from Bob Walkenhorst off his brand new record, 1,000 Words. It's a really cool record.
I like that one.
Yeah, that was called Remarkable. It's one that's kind of, I don't know, it's got me stuck, you know. There's another one that I played from, I can't think of what the name of it is that I really like too. The whole record is great. You know, Bob Walkenhorst is such a genius. Everything he does, everything he touches is gold.
We saw him and Una, I think it was last year, maybe 2 years ago, at Johnson County Community College. It was,
oh, yeah.
It was a great show.
Was that when she was, when her record, when their record came out? Yeah, it's Bob and Una.
Yeah,
I
it was
love
a
that
tremendous
record.
show.
Oh, my gosh, I love that record so much. Before that, we heard like kind of a harvest song, Almost Ready. We heard from the Shapiro Brothers off their self-titled record, and we opened that set of music up with the Jubilee Mystics. And the Tracer Heights boys were just talking about seeing them down at Mike Kelly's not too long ago, and what a phenomenal band that is. We heard a song called The Rest of My Life. And we're all caught up. And yeah, you are listening to 90.1 FM KKFI, Kansas City Community Radio, where we have some real live pranksters, some in the house. Tracer Heights. Guys, why don't you introduce yourselves and tell us why you're here tonight?
Hi. It feels weird not having headphones. I'm used to being
Oh, yeah,
in.
you guys probably need...
yeah. It's a little weird. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's no biggie. Yeah, I'm Ben Hoppus. I'm the banjo player with Tracer Heights.
Hey, I'm Jeremy Clark. I play bass.
What's happening? I'm Joshua Pohl. I play drums and percussion.
All right, you guys got a brand new record that just came out, and I know you've been working on this thing for, what, a couple years now?
It's been interesting. Yeah, during the pandemic when everything was locked down and we weren't able to go out and play gigs, it's like, well, what should we do with our time? So we kind of locked ourselves in Jeremy's basement, hooked up a bunch of recording equipment, and just started grinding on the songs for, over a year and a half, and really tweaking them and adding different things and changing different words and arranging them in different ways, and really nailed down with what we wanted. For over, was it a year and a half at least?
A year.
Yeah, about a year.
About a year and a half, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it was interesting. Yeah,
it was kind of our own bubble. We went from practicing once a week. We went to twice a week basically practicing, and just constantly rehearsing it over and over again and making the arrangements like, okay, no, that's not quite there. That's kind of there, and just over months it started to evolve, and then once it came together and we went into the studio with it, we had a lot of ideas of what we wanted to do vocally and kind of special effects and things like that, and we were able to hit that when we recorded it.
Nice. Where'd you guys record it?
We recorded it at Weights and Measures here in town and had a really good experience there. I will say it really helps recording if you have a year to practice. you kind of know the songs by then.
Yeah, that's money well spent.
Yeah,
for sure.
so it was, we got to get in and out, and got together for a couple 4-hour sessions, and and then came back another 2 4-hour sessions later and had it all done. So just kind of had it in the bag, and it turned out great. We're really happy with how it turned out, I think. The sound quality and the performance and everything.
I got to listen at work. You guys gave me a preview of it, and I wear these little earbuds, so they're wireless, and I can just, work, and I'm telling you, that it just flew by. The record, it was just like when it was over, I was like, "Aw." It's really good, and I couldn't believe just the sound quality on this thing, guys. It's, because you tell us about your first record you put out, which I love also, but you guys just made that one in your basement? Is that?
No.
Who wants that story? That's a great one.
It was basically a live mix from Davies.
Right, that's right.
So it was one of those things where, hey, we can plug this into the mixer and capture tonight.
And you did. You captured some stuff.
We wanted to have, we were a new band at the time. We wanted to have something out there. And but I mean, this new one is heads and shoulders above the other one. I think it has a couple of the same songs, but you can see 5 years later, 4 years later.
Oh, how they've evolved too!
Yeah.
Because I know your catalog, for the most part, and hearing the songs, that I've been hearing all along, but just so crisp and tight on the CD. Yeah, it was really made me smile, man.
We tried very hard with that for sure. And I mean, the whole story behind the first album is kind of funny. Like, we had a reggae band that was supposed to perform, and they thought they could drive from Florida to Kansas City in one day, and then they canceled on Michelle, and she comes up to us and she's like, "Well, I need you guys to cover 3 hours." So
Yeah,
Wow.
we were new. We didn't have very many songs. We were like, okay, we were just going to be the opener, and
Right.
just play a few tunes. But that's all we had was a few tunes.
Did you play doubles? Any doubles?
Well, we did not repeat. We did not repeat. But what we did is we're like, let's just explore and see what happens on stage.
we're a jam band.
Yeah, so we adapted and we ended up doing the whole thing just as this almost brand new band. And we were able to capture that, which was, kind of cool. It's like, oh, okay, we caught that moment, that lightning in a bottle,
Right.
Let's keep it. Let's put it out there. Let's see what happens, yeah.
And I think it's interesting to compare the two, because now you hear the studio version of everything, and trying to keep it focused instead of jamming. But I will say it's unapologetically a jam band album. So there are some long tracks on there. There's a 9-minute song on there. There's some 6-minute songs, and some short pop songs too. But
That's the beauty of
we like how it
community
turned
radio.
out.
Yeah, we can do all that stuff. My good sister friend Chrissy Irick, who lives down near Lawrence, Kansas, saw you guys just last weekend, I guess.
She did. She came to Lucia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she messaged me saying how much she enjoyed the show, and
that's great.
Yeah.
That's a fun
So you
Well,
guys
hi.
Well, thanks Chrissy,
Yeah,
if you're
thank you.
listening. That's fantastic. We love performing for everybody.
I'm like waving at the microphone like it means something.
She's in there.
But yeah, she can see that, man. I don't know if you guys know that. Well, let's hear something off this masterpiece
please.
of yours, guys. What do you want to hear first?
You thinking Russ?
Yeah, I think we should play Rust first. This one has some vocals from all three of us, some interesting vocal layering, we thought, a nice studio effect. And it's a song that, if you listen to it, you might think it's like a pandemic-inspired song, even though it was written well before the pandemic, but it kind of felt appropriate.
All right. Well, Tracer Heights has a brand new record out called First Sight is the name of the record. And it's recorded at Weights and Measures?
Weights and Measures
Weights and
here in
Measures,
town,
yeah.
yep.
We're going to hear a song called Rust. It's their brand new record. It's Tracer Heights, and they're in the studio with us. How exciting. Let's see if this thing works. It does.
Skin is made of leather, hair is strands of wire, thoughts are streams of lightning, and my stomach's made of fire. Rusted walls and grated floors, built just like a maze. It's this place I call my home, it's where I spend my days. And I'm stuck here, I can never leave. I seem to be melted to the floor, and only slightly out of reach, the giant wooden door. I managed to keep moving, though my heart has stopped. The only way that I can breathe is when I burn my crop. 'Cause I'm a predator, I'm not a house pet. But you can't have the sunrise without the sunset. Chains are off the swing, ground is broken clay. Only smoke and fire flick where families used to play. I stay here inside my fleshy cage. The seconds I get close to you, I'll tap into your rage. I managed to keep moving, though my heart stopped. The only way that I can breathe is when I burn my crop. 'Cause I'm a predator, I'm not a house pet. But you can't have the sunrise without the sunset. I managed to keep moving, though my heart stopped. The only way that I can breathe is when I burn my crop. 'Cause I'm a predator, I'm not a house pet. But you can't have the sunrise without the sunset. I can never settle down and be your secret friend. Impossible for me to get the signals that you send. I can never settle down and be your secret friend. Impossible for me to get the signals that you send. I can never settle down and be your secret friend. Impossible for me to get the signals that you send. I can never settle down and be your secret friend. Impossible for me to get the signals that you send. I can never settle down and be your secret friend. Impossible for me to get the signals that you send. The signals that you send. 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 Signals that you send.
Love it. Sounds really nice.
That's great, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate that, Scott
Yeah,
and
man.
Brady.
Yeah, man. I really dig it, guys. So, when's the next record coming out?
You know, it's really funny. Yesterday, this was very symbolic. I was at home. I was erasing the whiteboard. I was like, well, starting the next album.
But the funny thing is we actually have enough material to lay that down, and we will certainly be discussing it. But we still have a party for this one coming up.
So let's
man,
talk about
Yeah,
that
when's
party,
this party?
man.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of that I could talk about, but like,
Well, we can definitely tell you. You can tell us the date of this party, and
that's going to be August 21st on a Saturday night.
you can tell us the venue.
The venue will be, the Mothership, our home away from home, Mike Kelly's West Sider.
Yeah, there's no better place to release a record than the Mothership.
That is true. That is true.
In fact, I think we released our last one there too. Didn't we?
did? Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
It's always been kind of a home for us.
Yeah,
It's
so
like-
Ruthie had cut up a canvas, of oil on canvas, and the size to put in a CD, and so everybody, is that right? Everybody got like their own
Yes.
special piece of artwork
yeah.
from Ruthie Becker.
Yeah, it was kind of like the cut up paintings, and each square was the album cover
Yeah.
for the first release. And
great.
we also have Ruthie involved in this one too. Of course, she did a painting for the album cover, and the First Sight theme. We've got some really good stuff in there. I think everyone will like. There's a pretty cool concept for the album. I don't really want to spoil too much, but
Right.
But there are a lot of people on the album art.
Yeah.
We know.
Yeah, and I know what you're speaking of, and it'll be a really nice surprise. That's another thing. You guys really bring a whole package when you bring a record, don't you?
Well, it helps when the bass player is married to the artist.
Yeah.
You know, we give a shout out to Ruthie Becker because she does a lot, you know, for this band. But I got to, you know, Ben probably wants to do the same thing, as stupid as it is. I got to shout out to both my kids who are listening, you know, Keegan and Ella. I love them very much.
Keegan and Ella.
Yeah, they're so
right,
special
man.
to me. So I just got a chance to spend some time with them last week, actually. So it was a good deal.
You
So
took them to fish, didn't you?
I did take
How
them
was
to
that?
fish, yes. And
They like it?
Yeah, my daughter actually was great. I asked them both what they liked the most about it, and my daughter said that, you know, Dad, it's just looking at everybody, all the people are just so happy. And I thought that was a great answer. And then my son said, that second set. And I agree with him.
Also a good answer.
That's those are both great answers. What about you, Ben? You got some shout outs to give there, brother?
I don't know if she's listening, honey. I fixed the garbage disposal, so if you need to use the garbage disposal, it's ready for you. No, that's my wife, Lisa. She actually got me this shirt. I wanted to wear that in honor of her. Also, you know, my kids, my Cooper and Emma, thank you guys for allowing me to have my space so I can play and, you know, allowing me to have the time to work with these guys. So thank you for that.
And
Definitely.
I really dig your guys' sound. It's kind of a fresh thing out there. You know, you play an electric banjo,
Right.
And you shred it. And you know, Jeremy, you're one of the finest bass players in this city. And then Josh, you know, you talk about just energy. You're just, yeah, man. It's a great little trio. A lot of sound.
Yeah, well, the fact that our drummer can actually sing while drumming
Yeah.
and sing well
Sing
while
well.
drumming, so
Yeah. So
It's tricky.
we're pretty lucky, I think.
The song Doesn't Matter. I think you should rename it to Forget About It. I think that should be the new name of that song. That's what I call that song. Forget About It.
Nice. Yeah.
Forget about it.
I could do it, yeah.
I could think about that. Yeah, maybe a remake called Forget About It.
Do a reprise.
I love the song so much, Josh.
you, man.
Yeah,
Thank
man. Yeah. So let's hear something else off this record, guys. The name of the record is First Sight. You guys are releasing it August 21st at Mike Kelly's West Side, or what we call the Mothership. And you guys going to have anybody opening for you that night, or is it going to be all Tracer Heights?
I think we're doing all trades.
It'll be just us. Yep.
Yeah,
We're gonna play
cool.
2 sets.
Right on, man.
So we have a plan. Like the first set is going to be the album in its entirety in its
Oh, cool.
order, and then the second set will be a mixture of, you know, our
right
other
on.
originals and covers and stuff like that. we
Oh,
use.
great idea. Yeah, I like that. I like that idea. Well, what are we going to hear next, fellas?
So the next song is called "Thinking Back," and we wanted to play it to kind of compare to the first one. It's more of our full, like you're talking about, electric sound, and it kind of just highlights the difference. And you know, I was put it kind of a jokey thing in the album art. No offense to guitar players, but it says on there, no guitars were used or harmed in the making of this album. So what you hear might sound like a guitar. You might hear some guitars in there, but I'm telling you, they are all banjos.
They're all banjos.
There is no guitar. So
That's
but
really
It's
cool.
got a big sound.
It does, and it's, you know, it's hard to believe it's a banjo sometimes. You know, you're good at it, dude. I'm so impressed. When I watch, every time I see you, I'm just like, are you kidding me, man? Yeah, it's cool, dude.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, well, let's hear a sound. Let's hear another song from the record First Sight. We're going to hear Thinking
Back.
Thinking Back. Okay, I'm just getting the one word thing here. Thinking Back. We'll see if this works again.
Funny thing is, I actually do.
Storm has passed, the thunder a dream. open and ripping it open and ripping it open, ripping it open and ripping it open and ripping it open and ripping it open, ripping it open and ripping it open and ripping it open and ripping it open, ripping it open and ripping it open and ripping it open and ripping it open, ripping it open,
Yeah.
Did you like that one?
I
Loved it.
did like that one, guys.
Not only does this man shred banjo the way that he shreds it, right? But if you come out to the show, you'll see him shred the banjo, control all of his pedals, and also now control all of the lights with his feet.
Oh, cool.
He's pretty amazing in that.
How many
way,
feet?
Mr. Ben Hoppus.
Still good?
I'm just really hyper. They just kind of point me at things. Okay, go do that.
Go pace over here for a bit.
Yeah.
You guys should be really proud of yourselves. The name of the record is First Sight. Kathy Hawes, our dear sister friend, messaged what a great show this has been and how great Tracer Heights sounds. And she's not kidding around with that. The name of the record's First Sight. It comes out officially August 21st at Mike Kelly's West Sider. Guys, how can people find your music? Otherwise, how can they find out more about you and where you're playing? And
Well, the starting point is probably our website at tracerheights.com. And then obviously on Facebook you can find and interact with us, find our upcoming shows, and on the website there's audio, video stuff and things like that. So I think you should start there, but definitely look us up on Facebook too if you're so inclined.
right on. So that's Jeremy Clark that we just heard from. Ben Hoppus. You're a genius, man. Yeah. So Ben, do you write most of these lyrics? I know, Josh, you wrote "Forget About It," right?
Yes, I wrote "It Doesn't Matter." That's correct. And I also wrote the song "Bend Below."
Yeah, I wrote quite a few of them. I think the majority of our original stuff is mine.
Yeah.
It's just fantastic having a back catalog of these songs that I have, but then, I bring it up to these guys and they just run with it. And it's like, okay, yeah, let's do that one. Sometimes I don't even want to do them because I'm embarrassed because I wrote it.
You told me that before, that you're just like, gosh, I mean.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. And they're like, it's cool, we should do it. And I'm like, okay, so I just kind of hold my breath and go with it. And then all of a sudden it becomes a thing. It's like, oh, okay, we have a thing now. All right, let's run with it.
Well, that's what art is, man. You gotta step out of your comfort zone and let your art be, present itself,
Absolutely.
And you guys do a really good job at that.
Thank you.
Tracer Heights, thank you so much for.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you for having us, man.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it, Scott and Grady. We love you guys. You're still the best. I'm telling you, man, the best voice on radio by far in Kansas City. I always say that, and
He's
I
got
mean
that Johnny Fever vibe.
Scott Stanton, everybody.
Whatever, you guys. Forget about it. Tracer Heights, you guys, thank you so much for coming in, man. I just can't say enough good things about this record. I'm going to listen to it since I got a sneak preview.
Since you have the copy.
I'm going to listen to it again tomorrow at work.
Nice.
Thank you so much,
thanks
guys.
again,
for
fellas.
sure.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Grady, what do you got, buddy?
Let's see. Scott,